Hi there. I was speaking to a few members of my batch and I got a couple of emails about the mentality that students are facing these days. And I just wanted to tell you that I know things are tough. Things are tough for me too. COVID is not slowing down. We are hearing news of more and more deaths by the day. Lockdown isn't easy. And Trump isn't conceding even after the election, which I suppose is not a surprise. But still, when democracy tends to fail, that can have an impact. There are wildfires, there are earthquakes all over. Even in my country, yesterday we had one. Animals are dying, the planet is dying. We don't seem to be slowing down in the damage we are causing. So I totally understand, things are tough. You wake up to bad news, you sleep to bad news. Sometimes you even feel like, why the hell should I get out of bed in the mornings? It can be tough. I get it. I totally get it. And we haven't really had a semblance of normal life in months, almost a year. And that's horrible. It's crazy. And on top of all this, here I am, or whoever you're working with, or if you're a self-study student, here you are telling yourself that you must study, you must focus, you must get this done. And it isn't easy, is it? It's studying is more difficult than ever. Focusing is hard. It's very difficult to focus on one thing for prolonged time durations. It's not like how it used to be last year. And if you're using online tools, if you're learning through the laptop, through the PC, through your desktop, through your mobile phone, through your smartphone, through your iPad, then there are so many distractions. And distractions are welcome in our life today because anything that can help us forget the horrible times, the horrible experiences we are all going through, I'll take it. So there's the internet, there's your favorite blogger, there is your favorite vlogger, there's YouTube, there's all the movies and the music that you can listen to, all the distractions that are available at our fingertips. And distractions are doing really well. Social media, these businesses are booming. And fair enough, it's because things are tough. We need distractions. And that makes focusing even harder, studying even more difficult. I understand. I know things are tough. And it doesn't stop there. Especially if you're professional, if you're a busy person, you have those responsibilities that actually matter in life and those responsibilities that seemingly also matter, like your family and your friends. They are actual responsibilities that matter, that you have to give time to, you have to nurture, and you have to be there. You have to show a strong face, especially if you're uh, the breadwinner of the house. If you're the one who's putting food on the table during these challenging times, if you're the eldest sibling, or even if you're the kind sibling, you have to show resilience. You have to be there for them, you have to speak to them, you have to chat with them, you have to be there. That takes even more effort. It's not easy. And your career, how can you forget your career, right? We are living in uncertain times, and I hear a lot about people losing their jobs. And so I even spoke to members of my batch who have had to take more responsibility, who have had to show resilience in their corporate life, in their career as well, to take up leadership responsibilities. And all this takes even more time, even more effort. It drains your energy. So things are tough. I understand. Things are not easy for me either. They're tough. And what do we do during tough times? I think that it is when things are toughest. That is when your real person, your true caliber, who you truly are, your spirit, the spirit of your individual humanity is able to express itself. And it is exactly because things are tough that we need to buckle down or buckle up and move forward and keep doing the things that we do. Slowly but surely, we must get these things done that we commit to. And that is where I come to share with you 3 things that I think that will help you absolutely in facing especially the challenge that is coming up next week, and probably any challenge as well. So if you're a student, a learning partner, someone who engages with me, right, or a competitor, it doesn't matter. If you're someone who is working hard to face the strategic case study or your case study exams that are coming up, number one, the fact that you're able to watch this video, right, regardless of whatever the condition of your environment is, the fact that you're able to watch this video, the fact that you have a small room, a dingy, dark lit room, whatever it may be, to study, the freedom to study when so many people out there, I'm not talking tens, hundreds, or thousands, I'm saying millions of people out there are going through the toughest times of their life. If we are able to do this, number one, we must be thankful. We must absolutely be grateful for this opportunity that we have got. So start by that. Start with that. Start by being thankful. That will take you a long way. And on top of that, secondly, do not forget the basics, especially with respect to the case study, but this is relevant to anything that you do. There are always foundational, fundamental elements to everything, to even the way we live. There are basics, like, for example, light, shelter, air, and water. These are the basic elements of human life, or any life for that matter. Similarly, even with the strategic case study, or with respect to each of your exams and other case studies, in particular with the strategic case study, there are basics which I've gone to great length to explain to you. Please always stay rooted with those basics, because the examiner sets the paper very solidly, standing on those basic grounds. And if we forget the basics, if we deviate from that, we're not going to get rewarded. So whether it's the SCS persona, whether it's the co-activities, whether it's the foundational OTQ revision content, having that sound foundational knowledge that helps you back your judgments logically, properly, accurately, relevantly, you must not forget them. That's number 2. Don't forget your basics. They're important. And number 3, finally, this is something I can't stress enough. I don't care whether you're from my batch, or whether you're working with Viva or Astranti or Kaplan, whatever you do, whoever you're working with, it doesn't matter. You must, and I know that everyone is saying this, you must practice your writing. The exam is a written paper. You might be the best orator in the world. You might be the best verbal presenter in the world. You might be the best business pitching executive in the world. You You might be the best business analyst in the world. You might even be the best writer in the world. But if you don't finally do that 3-hour exercise that the examiner wants you to do, and that is the opportunity, the window of time you have to show the SCS examiner that you can give them what they want, what they are asking you to give. And you can't do that if you don't practice. If you don't practice properly. Right? This is what I commit the entire final month of my SCS with AZB program purely on writing, just to focus on writing and pushing batch members to write, all my learning partners to write, and whoever you are, whatever country you belong to, whatever race, religion, creed, it doesn't matter. If you're taking this case study exam and if you're engaging with me, you are a learning partner to me. And I'm telling you, this is the most critical advice anyone can give you. You must practice writing. You can start slow, it doesn't matter. But do not forget to practice your writing work. It is absolutely critical. So that is what I wanted to share. I know things are tough, things aren't easy. And to attack that toughness, we have gratitude, we have gratefulness. We can be grateful to the circumstances that we are facing. And we have a responsibility for those who don't have that privilege to do well, to do better, so that we can together, in some way, create a better world that can even share the good, kind human spirit to those of them who are not privileged to have that some point down the line. So we should be grateful. Don't forget your basics. And please, it's the final 10 days. It's time not to read. It's time not to learn, not to study, not to listen. The majority of your effort must be on writing. Practice your writing and be grateful. Things will be definitely, I assure you, things will definitely get better, and you will pass your exams as well, become a CIMA past finalist, then go on to becoming a member of the fraternity, become an associate member, and move on to bigger, better, beautiful things in life. God bless, stay safe, and good luck, my dear fellow learning partners. Thank you for sticking with me. All the best.